Hey everybody, hope you're having a fabulous Friday, and thank you for joining me wherever you are joining me for the show today. So let me get rid of that. And before we kick off today, I know, excuse me 1 second. Oh, that's the most irritating thing when you start going live or you start recording? The tickle at the back of the throat reminds me I should have done my No, that's not my whale. That's my vocal warm-up. I'm the whale, but that's the warm-ups for today. So I am going to straight away go and check on Facebook, because I know that last week one of the issues we had live with Lottie was that there were some issues with sound. So it was an interesting exercise, because I haven't actually played more than one video in video before when I've gone live. So it was very interesting to see when I put the first video in video up. Apparently when I came back again, there wasn't any sound all of a sudden. So let me just check right now that we do have sound. So having my trusty iPad here, and now I've got to try and find my page. I had a really good tip the other day from somebody who said that, oh, yes, it's saying that I am live. So let's just see, are we live? Is the sound working? Hello, hello. Let me turn the sound up there. Oh, yes, it is. Who said that? And hello, I can see I've got somebody watching me here. I know I've got on the Facebook, I have a number of places where you can watch me, whether you're watching from BeLivers or Let's Live Stream from Professional Speaking Association, because they've got their speaker factor today, whether it is through my page, whether my profile or one of my business pages that you could be watching this, or whether you're watching live on YouTube. Hello, thank you very much for joining me here today. So last week, what I noticed was that when I was playing the video in video, suddenly there was sound one moment, there was sound in the video, but then when I came back, there wasn't sound. Or on some Facebook pages, there was sound. On other Facebook pages, there wasn't. So what I would like to remind you is that if you are on Facebook watching, if you search, she says, trying to get the lower third up here, if you search confidence on camera, or go to Facebook and look for Google Live with Lottie there, then you can see that. And also let me add one more item in here for Facebook. Oh, that's where I want to do it. Facebook is /Lottie Hearn. Am I spelling my name right? No, I'm not. TV. So that is actually what you're looking for. Facebook.com Lottie Hearn TV. And that, she says, and this is the page where the show is based from in Facebook. And if you're on YouTube, you'll be seeing this straight away, because thank you, BeLive. When they first started with dual casting, multi-streaming to Facebook and to YouTube at the same time, then we couldn't actually schedule shows, or schedule if you're in the States. So thank you very much to the team at BeLive for bringing that in. We can now schedule them properly. Woohoo! So these are some of the tech hitches and glitches that can hitcher the tech mares, as I'm calling them all these days. And I've been working with a coaching client this morning about tech gear. Hence, I've kind of got spare webcams around me. I've got the blue screen. I've got my monopods, all the different things that are around me right here. And like my clients, multiple members of my clients, so actually I love this one, it's the dolly, which is the tripod on wheels. So I can just go wee and turn it around, do wee like that and get it out of shot. So yeah, many of my clients, one of the top things that they always like to come to is a tech check. And the question that actually so many people have is, what gear do I need? Why should I be using specific gear? And it's always the question and the quandary and the thought process that comes into people's heads when we are talking about your confidence on camera. When I'm talking about this, I'm meaning what's in here. What's your next gen learning? Cross the ages, cross the tools, cross the generations, cross the cultures. What is the next? What is your secret sauce? What is your speaker factor? What is your next, your X that you are bringing? Where does it come from? Hello, yes, it's in here. Everything that you are coming up with is when you are going live, whether you're pre-recording a video, using virtual speaking, virtual meetings, whether you're going live, people come for your ideas, your clear idea. Whether you're doing a short 1 minute, 3 minute, one idea, clear idea at a time, whether you are like me doing a show, sometimes an hour-long chat show, other times these slightly shorter shows or hour-long shows of me going blah, 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 and just blah. One thing that people often say is that because they're afraid of the tech, or they don't know about the tech, or they don't know what gear they should use, or where to get it, how to approach it, how to set it up, that's their excuse for not going live. And we all know, for anybody who's been watching my shows for a while, and with Ladies Go Live as well back in 2017, unless you go live, you can't grow live. Unless you come with a pro-live mindset, you can't thrive live. So go live, grow live, but pro live whenever you are live. Now the live stream community talks of pro live being like amazing gear and amazing kit, and I've actually been looking. I've found my Brio Logitech Brio is now locally in Ireland about £200 less than the cost that I'd have to pay for it on Amazon UK, and I'm shopping local. Support local, please. That's my motto at the moment. But I'm also, I was doing a whole list of tech and information that I could be sharing with clients right now. And I was also watching a wonderful Wistia video about the professional gear. So I'll share that link below, because for me, this is the DIY style. This is how you can simply be the best you on screen. You can set yourself up to be seen on screen in a way that represents you, your brand, your ideas, and what your viewers and community expect to see from you. So with that in mind, what I've done today is I've been looking back through old replays. This month, I said, is all about the mindset and how to get that pro-live mindset. Last week, because of what happened, I suddenly went, and talking with clients, we're looking at the tech gear. And because of that, too big an excuse. And with me just starting a new training course on my MS to Success with Karen Dwyer. Thanks, Karen. Just starting that this week and using video tools, and also learning. A reminder, anybody who Zooms a lot of the time, if you are also a live stream and you use Facebook Live using your laptop, your computer, a webcam via a computer, please be aware. I know that this was first brought up by the team at Be Live. Can't remember exactly who, but it was through discussions in the community there. Thank you, because 2 recent interviews and 3 clients that we've tried to connect using my whereby.com tool. That's my video chat room where I can safely record and save those recordings. People couldn't get in because they'd just been on a Zoom call, or they have Zoom installed. And what I said to Karen is that you have to close everything down on Zoom. Yes, Marco and Stephen and all our beautiful Be Live teams and experts and mentors will always say, Brigetti, wherever you are in the world, Angelique, Adair, Australia, everybody always says, restart your computer, reboot your Wi-Fi. I had to do that this morning. But if you have been using Zoom, please be aware. Zoom are very cheeky right now. They are actually kidnapping almost your camera and your audio. And as I said, 2-3 people recently that we've tried to get into Whereby haven't been able to, because it pops a box saying your camera is blocked or your camera is not accessible. What I said is send them a message via Facebook chats and said, are you using Zoom? Yes. Go and close it down, but don't just close down Zoom, actually go and log out of Zoom. As soon as they did that, funny, they could get into my Whereby video chat room tool. Karen also found out that that was what was stopping her from doing her Facebook Live directly into Facebook Live, not even through Be Live, but directly into Facebook Live. She said, it's been a month since I've been able to use Facebook Live, and this is driving me potty. And I said, well, that could be because your camera and your microphone and your audio is all being swiped and kept just over there by Team Zoom. Another reason that I love them so much. So that's just a warning before I go any further. And also, because the Professional Speaking Association Ireland have our PSA Speak Factor starting at 2 o'clock today, I wanted to say a big shout out to anybody who is taking part in Speaker Factor today. 5-minute talk from professional speakers who enter a competition that can get amazing onstage recognition from peers and from their community, and fantastic prizes as well, and access to other people virtually when it comes round to our mega conference this October, beginning of October. So big shout out to all of you for that, and Jeremy Nicholas, who's been a guest here on Live with Lottie years ago. Actually, and it comes the video that I'm wanting to share today, and the reason for today comes from a similar time that actually Jeremy was over interviewing. It was at the old studio, the old space that we used to film from, but it's interesting to see that it's a very similar setup. I have a white wall behind me. Actually, there are 2 things that I notice in this video from 2015. When you watch the close-up shot, see if you can spot the 2 things that irritate me. One that might be occasionally behind my head, and one that might be on the wall behind me. See if you spot them, and when you do, just put them in the comments and go, I think, was it that? And was it that? Because there are 2 key things that I left on purpose in the video. Not at the very beginning, I'll tell you about that in a second, but there were 2 things I left in the video on purpose when I was filming it, because that was part and parcel. The video was filmed for a virtual summit with professional speaker friend Wendy Keir, with her summits back in 2015, and I actually spoke about them in the talk. What you'll also see is in the video that I am going to be playing. Oh, actually, let me just show you this picture. So you'll see that I have got a couple of different setups. So that setup, that's the wide shot with a second camera. But this is how I set it up close up using my iPhone camera and the audio from the iPhone and all of that gear. And then this is there we go. Let's show that one there as well. Maybe let's just change that. Then this one here, this is more of the close-up, but there's also some have you seen this happening, where it's actually cut too much, or where the spacing, my pet hate, wasting the space around you, the downward shot on screen. Have you seen those? Have you fallen prey to those yourself? And while I just grab the video link I wanted to share with you today from YouTube, the other thing, I keep saying thing. I hate when I keep saying things. My brain not thinking of the word that I actually want to use. The one of the opening, that's the thing that I was thinking about, is the opening. You'll see at the beginning of this video from 2015 that I do what I used to do a lot of time when I was speaking on stage. I start with something a little bit cheeky, a little bit, and so that people go, really? Is she really the confidence on camera coach? Oh my God, that looks awful. See what you think and see how many mistakes on purpose, you can spot at the very start that you may have seen people use in Zoom screens. My lovely team that I was with David Heine coaching the other day, most of them were avoiding this, so thank you to all of them who did that. But when you are in your Zoom meetings, being aware that yes, you are on screen, you are being seen on screen, and you can do so with very simple setup, a simple pro-live attitude to doing it, with some lights, simple tools that don't cost very much. Oh, there you go, things dropping off everywhere. Little ring lights that I set up at the side. Things dropping off all over the place. How pro-live is that? But you've seen all the gear and all the tech that I actually have here. You don't need to. And what we were talking about, bouncing back lights, being far away from the wall so you avoid shadows, avoiding things sticking out of the top of your head, having simple backdrops, that is what we're actually looking for. So if you'd like to comment along in Facebook or on YouTube as you go, if you comment in Facebook, then I can actually see your comments. If you would like to do that and I can post them up on screen, please do come and join us in the live Lottie Hearn TV on Facebook, and then I can have you appearing as a lower third down here. Let me just see if I've got that text on screen. Oh, there you go. That's if you want to watch the show on YouTube, you can watch it there. Otherwise, you can find it on type facebook.com/Lottie Hearn TV. That's where you can find the page, the business page to interact. So put your comments in. What do you spot, the naughty things that you spot, and then do you prefer the wide shot, the close-up shot? How many tools would you use? Which angle would suit you and your style? Because remember, every time you come on here, this is lifestyle presenting to represent you. But your camera and your gear should not be what holds you back. You'll see in the photograph, I'm using a tray to put my laptop on top of so that I've got a camera raised up. I've got specific gear now. And also you'll see what else to say. Oh yeah, the tools. This is what the whole point of next gen learning that I always talk about now. Tools and tips. Tools may change. You'll hear me mention Skype. You might not be using that, but you might be doing Zoom instead, or you might be using Team Streams from Office 365. What tools are you using mostly now? Are you still using Skype? iJot was one of the ones that I used to use. But now you can use multi-cameras using ManyCam. You can have a web camera. I'm going to be hopefully setting this up today to give my PSA buddies a view of the sea rather than a view of me, because I think that's much more interesting. So enjoy let me get to the right space now. Enjoy the text on screen as well. La la la, hide that there. And I am going to go and check that I can play you. Hide this at the same time. These are the joys of self-producing, folks, is that you have a number of things you need to be aware of. And I think that this is the video. Yes, it's looking like that is the YouTube video. So I'm going to pop out and I'm not going to come back at the end of the show. I'm going to leave the video to roll out at the end. So from me live, keep watching. This is about 6-7 minutes long if you've got that time to spare. See what could work for you. That's the other thing. I said I'm always talking about dressing yourself, setting up your set, setting up your studio, setting up you. And ladies is coming with the makeup. That was back in 2015. These days, because we're all live streaming, I always come with the camera ready face. Is you can represent you to the best of you that your viewers would want to view, your clients would want to view. I know, and I'm encouraging and I am pushing for the fact that as women these days, this isn't a business show. This video was for a business talk where I was appearing on screen virtually in 2015. So therefore I was dressing the part in the pre-record video about a simple studio setup. It may not look like it, but actually it was. back then, because we didn't have live streaming tools. We actually had to pre-record and put the video out. There was no live back then. It was all video and virtual. So these tools like BeLive, like Crowdcast, like Restream, like Repurpose.io, StreamYard, whatever, Lula, whatever tool, YouTube Live, Facebook Live, whatever tool you choose to use, bring the best you that your clients and viewers would want to view. All right, that's the biggest tip for today. Never let gear or tech be your excuse for not appearing with your own confidence on camera. So keep watching, 6-7 minutes, enjoy, have a wonderful weekend, and I'm not coming back because I'm scared the sound might not work again. So enjoy yourself, and can't wait to see you live with Lottie. Yes, I'll come and be your guest if you'd like me to. I'd love to be. So that's it. Happy weekend, folks. See ya.
Oh, hi, I'm Lottie, and I'm here to tell you about how you can set up your, the best way in which you can set up your camera, your laptop, your computer for Skype calls, then we can see how you can best project yourself the most professional way and look the best that you can. Very quick tips to look great with confidence on camera for your videos, your virtual meetings, and for your Skype calls as a small business owner. Yeah, I think that's what we're doing. Now, where do I turn it off? So, how was that, everybody? I would say there are probably a few things that you've seen people do on videos, and actually even now as we talk, there are probably a few things that you may have seen on video beforehand when you've watched people, or on Skype calls as well. Well, let me let you in to a little secret. I'll set this up properly first. One of the things that you'll notice is that I'm actually using the reverse side of the camera. And if we take a look at the long shot behind you, you'll see that I've actually got my iPhone set up on a proper tripod. Now, it's not one of those flimsy-whimsy tripods that you can get. It's one of these proper, solid aluminium, but this is actually a portable tripod where the legs extend, so you can set this up at various different heights. These are great for desktops. And also the other thing I always must have for a desktop is actually my external microphone if I'm Skyping from my laptop. Why am I set up here and not filming around the rest of the office? Well, that's because I don't really want you to see my messy office studio in the background, the items on the wall, all the gear that's laid out on the desk, all the lighting that's coming down from the skylights and everything. But what you'll see is that by using the iPhone, I can actually set myself up here. There's not too much gap between the top of my head and the top of the screen here, so that I am in the frame, in the shot. And as I mentioned in the chat with the lovely Wendy Keir, there's the before shot, straight on, and then the slight angle, without getting too wonky, the slight angle that gives you the little bit more informal feeling. Now, with that as well, there's past and future to think about. If I'm facing back this way and I leave space here for my logo or for some pop-up comments to appear on the video, that's mentally, while you're watching me, as if I'm looking back in time. So I might face this way if I'm talking about where we began our business. Now, where we're growing to, I can actually swap sides. My left hand then becomes the future, and I can slightly shift myself as well to be in shot. Now, as a talking head like this, if you have another camera, it's great to edit between the two cameras, the close-up shot, the slightly further away shot. But if you don't, that's absolutely fine. You can set yourself up very much as I am here now. You'll see I'm trying to sit very upright here. Make sure there's no slouching. One of the most common things we see on screens, especially for long form videos and webinars, people suddenly start to slouch in their chair and they get a bit too comfy. So what kind of impression does this give? Stay forward, upright, focused on the camera lens. just at the side of my iPhone or through the camera on the distance camera, on the long shot we call them. And that way you get the feeling that I am actually talking to you rather than, as I said before, the dreaded stare and the blank voice. One other thing you might like to invest in is one of these lovely, it's the Rode Lavalier Smart Lav microphone, and it's a little tiny microphone that you can actually clip onto yourself. Now, I'm in a very quiet space, so I know the recording I'm going to get from my iPhone sound quality is great enough for what I need. However, if I was outside or in a slightly noisier space, or there was a lot more going on around me, I would use the microphone, and that would just be plugged straight into the iPhone camera. So quick top tips for you when you are recording using your smartphone or using a camera. Make sure there is a wall or a space or something interesting behind you. Make sure nothing is sticking out of the side of your ear here. Make sure there's no window behind you. In the not so good version at the very, very beginning, the light behind me, the scruffy clothes, the untidy hair, no makeup. Yes, ladies, unfortunately, we need to pay a little bit of attention and dress for success on camera. How would you like people to perceive you? So as professional business people, dress for the appropriate style that will represent you and your business. Light behind you, nothing messy in the background, dress the part, and also dress your face with the most important smile. We buy from people we like, and we like people who make that eye contact through the camera lens and who help us to like them by smiling, by boosting the energy, that extra 30%. It may feel a bit crazy, but when you're on camera, obviously you can't move around too much. You have to have things working that fit with the camera lens. So as I said in the earlier video, movements are nice and steady and even. Those are the top tips. Remember, you can get in touch with me through Facebook. Come and join me, like me at Press Play Presentations, popping up on the screen here about now, and also tweet me at Press Play Pres. Search under Lottie Hearn, play, and I'll help you learn how to play on camera so that you can present the real you with confidence on camera every time you do. Thanks for watching.